Hi there folks, well welcome back to my channel, and for this video I'm actually just in the foothills of the Pentland Hills, which is in the Lothians and it's actually marks the southern boundary of the city of Edinburgh. But where I'm going to is a specific spot within the Pentland Hills, and that is the Red Moss of Balerno. I don't pronounce that correctly, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But it's one of 20 raised bogs in the whole of Scotland. I think it's the only one within Edinburgh city boundary. And yeah, and I did actually take my while to actually try and find somewhere to park for the Red Moss. And I think the nearest parking is Threipmoor Car Park, which is one of the car parks for the Pentland Hills Regional Park. So if you're want to come here, definitely park at the Threipmoor Car Park. And I'm going to try and head down and go for a wee quick wander. Might not stay too long because again it is kind of getting a bit later on in the day now. It's before 4 o'clock just now. And the weather does seem to be on the turn again. It just seems to be the way things is right now with the weather. We were quite lucky with it, but it just seems to be on the turn right now. So I'm going to grab my things in a second and head on out. Before I do that, if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's really appreciated. And it does help with the algorithm and help let YouTube know that people are enjoying my content, and then gets the channel a bit more attention. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Blue Sky. And you can also click on the join button and become a channel member. So without the road, I'm going to grab my things and try and find the Red Moss. Yeah, even though it's still quite muggy and not particularly cold, I have put this wee puffer jacket on because I don't know if you can really see it in the camera, but a lot of the clouds are scudding by. Look, kind of ominous. Don't look particularly promising. So, and the wind really is picking up. It wasn't this windy earlier on, but it does feel as if there is definitely some weather coming in. But I'll try and see what I can show you. Yeah, so that's where I've parked. I know it says it's £2 for parking, but I couldn't see anywhere we'd actually pay for the parking. So I'm going to try and get back before MD realises that I've parked there. But try to figure out where the Red Moss is. Don't think it's along that way. Might be back along this way. I think I passed it on the way in. Yeah, I think that's the Red Moss of Balerno there. It does look like a raised bog, but I have no idea how to get into the actual nature reserve itself. Should be some path somewhere. I'll keep going up this way and try and see if I can find anything. But that's where I'm trying to get into. I don't want to be walking over the actual bog itself because I don't really want to lose myself in the bog. And I don't really want to be damaging any of the flora or the fauna. But let's see what I can find. Yeah, so places like the Red Moss, which you can just see over to my side, on my left, are really delicate ecosystems. And there's, again, as I was saying, there's like so few of them left in Scotland. I think I was seeing on the sign that there is only about 20 of them left. So they are places that are really delicate and really need to be well protected and looked after. Because the only other two that I can think of, which I will link into this video, it'd be Flanders Moss, kind of out in Stirlingshire, and the Paisley Moss, which is just on the edge of Glasgow Airport. So again, if these are all the three I can think of, then that just shows how few of them there actually are in Scotland. Yeah, so I've walked down as far as this wee sign for the Red Moss. That seems to be the only sign for the Wildlife Reserve that I've seen. Because when I first was trying to find where to park, I'd went up this road and it ended up kind of looping way right round the back and coming out down that way. But when I was driving up here, I didn't see any way of actually accessing the nature reserve. Yeah, I'll have to come back another time because I just could not find a way in. And I know there's got to be a way in. Because I've seen photos of there being raised walkways. But as you can just see, there's rain starting to come in over the actual hills themselves. So I'm just going to try and see if I can get back to the car before that hits. Because I don't want to get soaked. Yeah, I spoke too soon. The rain started pretty much just after I finished doing the last section in this video. But car park's not too far away now. And I might have another little look at the map that's up on the notice board to try and see where I can actually find a way in to the Red Moss. Yeah, so looking at the map, so you can see where the parking is. So I think the way I went is I came down and walked down this road here and went along that way. And I don't think there's any access on that side. Where I should have really gone is came out the way I came out, but walked up to my left and walked up towards the reservoir, and then cut down to my right through the trees. But when I was coming out the car park, there was like no indication that that's where I should have been going. So I do think there should be a bit more signage for those who are trying to visit the moss. Yeah, so I think I might have to come back here for a return visit. At least I now know where to park and where to go in order to actually get to the Red Moss. But I think on this trip, as you might hear, the weather's a bit against me on this trip. And I think the time's against me as well because it's now about 4:30 and I'll need to head back over to the west coast to get home. But again, now I know where it is. Now I know where the Red Moss of Balerno is. I now know where to park, and I now know where to go from the car park in order to actually get to the moss itself. So this trip is not as successful as I'd have liked it to have been. I would definitely have liked to be able to show you more of the actual nature reserve itself. But again, it probably wouldn't be looking its best in this weather. And I would definitely like to come and just spend a bit more time and not be rushing in order to get the visit and the video done. But again, I've got a car, can travel, and so next time I'm out this way, I can always stop off at the car park and find my way to the moss. But I do hope that you will have enjoyed this video. Hopefully I've found it at least interesting, and hopefully you'll be able to keep an eye out for the return visit. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.